Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. My name is Rachel. If you're new, I appreciate you, and of course, if you are liking, go ahead and share, subscribe. Thank you so much. And while you're over there, just hit that bell for notifications. And of course, open up those notifications so you can see when I am uploading. And so you can see all the lovely content there, and if you're looking for anything specific, yeah, it might be there. So although today I would go ahead and do one, it's like the beginning of the week. It's oh my gosh, into October, and I'm trying to think, what is today's date? That's bad. It is October 10th. In the next 5 days, I'm going to be married for a whole 29 years. Oh my gosh. It's been an interesting 29 years. And everybody always thought, you know, that, oh, they're only going to make it the first 5 years and they'll probably end up getting a divorce. And can't remember, someone in my family said, you know, I give it 5 years tops, but here it is, 29 years, can't believe it. So anyway, I thought I wouldn't bore you to death with all that, so I thought I did makeup today. I slept until noon, got my husband out the door to work. Yes, he is working finally. He found himself a nice job and is really, really liking it. Yeah. My daughter is home, not feeling well. She's got endometriosis like I do, so when she gets her monthly every month, it seems like it's just really, really bad. It's genetic, and I feel bad, you know, that I pretty much have this in my family, and I ended up giving it to her by way of genetics. So I'm going to show you some things. I did purchase one new item, and you're going to notice that I did not put a very bright lipstick on today. I kept it kind of natural looking today. I pulled out some kind of like apricot tones, kind of. I did pull out the peach Bellini that I got from, where was that? Marshall's. Got this from Marshall's, I think a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago. Decided to keep this on the natural looking side today. I don't know what we're doing tonight. It's probably just going to be me and my husband, because eventually my daughter's probably going to be going down to her boyfriend's house. I don't like it when she does this, because she's supposed to stay at home, but you know, she doesn't, you know, like being here with me. She doesn't like hanging out with a parental, so she goes to the boyfriend's house. It's just down the road. But who's to stop her? But she's more comfortable down there. She has a nice comfortable bed down there. And I don't know why she just doesn't like hanging around with us. Don't get it. But anyway, I did kind of like a natural looking apricot colored makeup. Did a natural looking brow, at least I attempted to anyway. This brow over here just doesn't look nearly as filled in as I would like, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fill that in. This is a regular eyeliner, but it seems to look better when I use this. I'm just gonna keep the light on but hold it back, because this is one of those mirrors that you have an evening, home, office, and day setting. I'm gonna keep it on home. This is an Almay, and it is an intense eye color. This is in brown topaz, I believe, something like that. Yes, it's number 2 in brown topaz. And I think it did pretty good. I used the regular brow kit that I used, and used a little bit of petroleum jelly, and I used the one with the cocoa butter in it, and it just seems to work a little bit better with what I usually use. I might be a little bit all over the place today. I've got way too much sleep. So I used a little bit of this, a little bit of this. So a little bit of that medium brown, a little bit of the golden brown, and then a little bit of the brunette from the Benefit Gimme Brow. And it kind of just turned out like a golden brown anyway, which kind of worked out for me. I need to do a video on nothing but brows. So, when I started my face this morning, it was more like afternoon. I woke up like closer to like 12:30, 1 o'clock. And got a bug. It was like extremely warm in here, and because it was like freezing cold in here last night, and I had bumped the heat, and it was like extremely warm. Now I had to bump the heat off and turn the air on, because I can't stand it if it's like too warm. I like it comfortable. There's no such thing as a happy medium. I don't know what it is, but when I started my face this morning, or this afternoon, when I woke up closer to noon, I used a couple of items. I used a little bit of the regular Nivea, like in this area and underneath, a little bit of the Skin Ceremony Hyaluronic with Collagen Replenishing, like just in this area right here, because it tends to work for that area, and a little bit of the Keo Dark Circle Eye Cream. With this, all you do is put a little on the smallest digit, meaning your pinky, and just like tap it into your skin. I used a more medium concealer. This has Hydrating Serum Concealer with hyaluronic acid. It has no qualine in it. The Essentially Ageless, I went a little bit more of a medium this time. I still have my lighter one, just in case, because I do have lighter makeups as well. And when I got this, I thought, oh great, it's going to be too warm. But you know, actually, it's quite normal, quite right. So it worked with the liquid makeup that I use. This I got from the Dollar Tree, which should be just be called the $1.25 tree, because everything's $1.25, except for I think food items, something like that, and a little bit of the NYX Professional Makeup Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer, just a little bit on the lid and just a little bit on the line, just to get something there, so everything else has something to kind of adhere to. It has a good grip on it, so it stays. Liquid makeup wise, I used a little bit of the Instant Age Rewind, the Radiant Firming Makeup from Maybelline. As you get older, you're going to notice things about your face that you're probably going to want to somewhat kind of correct. And if you're trying to think, if your products are not doing it, like your moisturizers and stuff like that, if that's not doing it for you, then find a makeup that will do it for you. This has goji berry and caffeine in it. Also has some SPF sunscreen in there. So if you burn, or if you feel you need some SPF in there, it has it. Find your shade. This is in 150 in Classic Ivory. I stick to the beige ivory and what is this one? Porcelain. I do have a peach toned as well, and that one I kind of have to cut with another one to make it look a little more light, not so medium, because that peach toned, I'm telling you, makes me kind of look like a Barbie doll if I don't. Because look at that. Because when I touch it on my skin, and Wet n Wild's a good product. I do like Wet n Wild. If you see how medium it is, you're going to notice that it's a little deeper than my technical skin tone, and it will probably need something a little lighter to cut it with, so that it doesn't, you know, look fake and Barbie type when you go and put it on your skin and end up looking like Ariel the mermaid. Because it seems like that is kind of, you know, the effect that Disney has with the aesthetic, especially with the animated princesses. Some of them are a little more on the peach tone, especially Ariel the mermaid. I am going to pull my hair up because my hair is getting annoying. I noticed, has anybody seen that new one yet? I haven't, and I'm not sure if I really want to. It's just, I don't know. Don't know. Not sure. But anyway, if you wear a ton of powder on your face and you are more of the, shouldn't have opened that drawer. That's not the door I want to get in. If you wear powder on your face and you are more on the drier side, it's better just to go for certain areas of your skin where you think you need powder. I just go for here, over my brow ridge, just a little bit, over this area here. I probably don't need to do that anymore since I don't have to worry about working anymore, and I don't have to worry about the brim of my hat going over the top of my brow ridge anymore. Well, the top of my forehead anyway. Sorry. I usually use the Coty Airspun. Take the nice little thing. It has a sieve, so I'm not going to, you know, like tip it because it's very messy. It is the translucent extra coverage. Translucent is good if you have fairer skin. If you have deeper skin, you're probably going to want to find something a little more on the yellow side, like the banana powder. I usually go in with a brush like this, something a little soft, just a slight bit dense. Areas where your makeup can move, like right through here, through here, through here, around the mouth area. And if you feel you need it, through here, depending if you're a little bit oily there. I've found that those are areas where I'm a slight bit oily. Don't really have to do so much of that anymore. since I'm not in the environment where I have to worry about being too terribly oily. So it's something I don't have to worry about anymore, thank goodness. It feels so good now that I don't have to worry about, you know, being all stressed out like that. You know, that's not me. I don't need to be, you know, doing that so much anymore. So feeling a little dry in there. Well, I do have water. I forgot that I have this here. Because I keep water in here so I can take medications before I go to bed. I'm surprised my husband didn't text me back. I texted him, you know, a little bit ago, like around his around his break time. I guess he just decided not to. But anyway, the brows I did show you kind of what I did with the a little bit of the with the petroleum jelly and the pencil, the powder, and the kind of like that tattoo type gel on it. I had been thinking about a tattoo, and now I'm not sure if I want to, because I've always, you know, told myself that I never wanted a tattoo. I can't sit still long enough, and I guess I don't know, it's kind of like a thing with me, you know, that I was thinking about it. I'm still kind of thinking about it, but you know, it's just, you know, I don't know. I really don't know yet, but you know, it's something to think about. Let's go for eye makeup. When I started using this thing, I used a couple of colors. I used this kind of like this shade of, I guess kind of bone, or kind of like a cream shade, like up against the top here. Let me get that little brush, kind of like, and like just through here, and then using this, a little bit of this, and a little bit of this into the crease. I'm just lightly going over them. I'm not actually, you know, like gonna try to change anything. And then going into the lightest shade of peach, this one right here. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the little applicator thing that it comes with, this lighter shade of peach, and just come straight in. It just needs touched up just a little bit. And then using, these are from Lancome. I really like these, just to soften them. Taking it on the edge, like the very edge of it, you know, and just push it back like into that shade of brown. It's all about proper blending. I never do anything with that outer V, because every time I try doing that, it just does not work out for me. So with that, I used this lightest shade of gold in the corners right in here, just to give it a touch of light, to give it just something extra, something a little something, you know, just to keep it looking polished looking, something finished looking. Put that away just to soften the black, because I used a black eyeliner as well. I used a brown underneath it. This is the dark brown, like a black brown, number 493. The breakup proof from Wet n Wild. So if you're kind of like one of those I cry at the drop of a hat kind of person, or if you're like really super emotional, you see something and you cry, you know, it's a good one. And a little bit of the breakup proof waterproof liquid eyeliner. These are the felt tips. Sometimes I think I'm a real klutz with these. As long as I have that first line of the gel and then this over top of it, it kind of, you know, with that brown underneath, it softens the black a little bit. It also has something, you know, there with the line already there, and that way I don't screw up. Because I can be a real klutz with these if I'm not careful. And I do see one little area that kind of needs just a little bit. I like black. But sometimes black can be very stark and cold looking. I think the only reason why I like things borderline black is because my eyes are very dark blue. Like if I come back further into the light this way, they look a little darker, and when I come forward into the light a little bit, they look a little bit brighter. I think I'm the only one in my family that my eyes are like that. My eyes flash a little green when I get angry, and my husband's like, do that a little more often. I like it. It's very sexy. It's like, don't get me mad. Please don't get me mad. I don't like getting mad. I don't like getting stressed out. I mean, that's not me. I don't like it. I don't like getting pissed off like that. I don't know what it is. But, what were we doing? Oh, yeah. Try to finish up here. My sister. My crazy sister. A couple things out here that I forgot to pull out. Normally when I am waiting for that to kind of, you know, like dry a little bit, I'll go about doing other things. I'll contour. Since my contour that I use from Wet n Wild kind of bit the dust, you know, I am totally done with it, down to the very bare minimum of it. I picked something up close to the same, little bit cheaper, because the Wet n Wild was closer to $5 something, closer to $6. I got one of these Revolution contour, and when I got this I thought, oh great, it's going to be too deep, but actually it's quite right, because when I swatch it, it's quite perfect. It has those peachy tones in there that I really like, and then that highlight is kind of like a porcelain. Try doing this on a makeup that you do with a porcelain makeup, and it'll probably look really super good. I did this more on ivory, and probably why it did not show up real good, but you know, it probably would if you did lighter foundation makeup. I usually do this just like I do any contour, like right through here, and I use a sponge because I don't like using a brush type or like one of these. Although I could, but you know, I don't know. I'll try it. Just like really right up through here, where I don't have to worry about affecting it too terribly much, because you can drag your contour like up through here, and it doesn't look too terribly bad. But you can also use one of these, and it's just as good. I never thought to do that, but you know, now I know I can, and it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. But when I do it against my nose, I almost have to do it with one of these, or like with my fingers. Contouring with your fingers is really not that bad. When you're a kid and you're doing like face painting or doing any kind of painting with your fingers, you know, it's kind of fun. So it's kind of like doing that. It's amazing. Really it is. And then just, you know, like using either your fingers or a sponge, do the same thing with your highlight. With that, let's see, use the, come right down the nose and through the center star, like right through here. Really working that side there to make your nose look a little bit thinner. It's amazing what you can do with contour, and I think I'm really liking this, and it's a lot cheaper. It's amazing. Really liking this. Okay, while that is all done pretty much, and go back and do your mascara, since your lines are nice and dry and everything. I am using the Maybelline Falsies. I really like the Maybelline Falsies because my lashes are really tiny. I do crimp them before I line, or else besides I would probably make a huge mess if I did it the opposite way. I've just got so much freaking energy today. It's amazing. I slept too much. Definitely I slept too much. I do set my contour just a little bit. I use the Healthy Wear bronzer in light from Physicians Formula. It is deceivingly a little medium, but that is okay. It works. I just use it through that area. Whatever areas you choose to set when you're doing your contour. I mean, slay it, girl, or whoever does your makeup. It's like if you have a makeup artist doing it, you know, make sure they slay your makeup. And I usually use one of these, and it does really good. I like that thing. It's an e.l.f. It's an older one. It's still very soft. I love that thing. I really do. Okay. For blush and highlight, I used another one of these Relove Revolution, and this one is in Kindness. It has kind of like a deeper apricot and a gold. The highlight I'm gonna put into the highlight zone. It's gonna push light into the eye area, up through the areas where you have highlighted with your contour. It's really nice if you can do it with a fan brush, because that's what a fan brush is for. Or if you have other reasons to use a fan brush for whatever other reasons. So, whatever. It works. I'm looking a little gray. I think I need to get a color kit soon. And that blush. I do not want to touch this blush because I already did it And but I will just, you know, swatch it a little bit, and then, you know, just, you know, like blend it out like that. And this is how it turned out. Let me know if there is something you would want me to try, within reason, of course, because I don't want to try anything beyond my budget. I don't like expensive makeup. The most expensive stuff I have ever tried was probably my little, what is that? I think it's a Morphe palette. But I didn't pay like original price for it. The the Sephora Pocket Palette, the Sun Shadows. These are normally like pretty expensive. I mean, I don't really like shop like at Ulta or like those higher end places, but you know, I think this was like closer to like $4 or $5, something like that, when I bought it. But I think when you like just scan the bottom into like their like into the Sephora site, you can probably see how much it originally is. I can't believe how expensive this stuff is on a regular search engine into like the Sephora site. But that's probably one of the most expensive things I've ever purchased. Most of everything I had was either given to me or I bought from like Marshalls or places like that. I don't really purchase anything like from Ulta or anything, because those are places that I really don't purchase because they're just a little too much out of my budget. So yeah, but like, if you want me to try something, you know, a little bit more comfortable, hit me up for comments. Let me know if there's something you want me to try. Thanks so much, and I will see you soon. Much love.